you were
Let's
like that,
I
baby.
was
Yes.
not ready.
let's play the
Honey,
let's
honey,
play the intro.
honey.
Okay,
Let's play the
so what
intro
I'm
music
gonna
again.
surprise her.
Yes, play that intro.
Play that intro again, baby. We need to play that intro again.
Baby, the intro, honey. I was like, oh, 26 coming on in.
I
So,
came from the sick and shattered to the move.
listen, baby. Every day a celebration, honey. We coming in this thing in power. You hear me? That
Yes.
make you feel like, okay.
You can't
Come
tell
on,
me
baby.
this ain't winning Wednesday.
Come on, winning
Everything
Wednesday.
God touches going slam dunk.
We need we need to
Yes,
wake them up with that again. And that's kicking
exactly.
right there.
Wait
We,
till
we need to hear it again. Do we need to hear
We
it
need to
again?
hear that again.
just one more time. God and give 'em.
Don't give it to him one more time then. Oh, Lord, let me see here. Why is it tripping now? Look, it's like, you ain't do it. Here you go. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Yes.
it went through all the emotions though. I love how it did all the emotions. It came like, oh, we're just gonna be calm, select, and then it kind of did an elevator. Then it said, boom.
They'll punch on you.
Yes, yes,
Wait,
yes, yes.
listen, it is representative of the intentional year that we are going to have, that you wake up intentional, wake up knowing, God, I thank you for
Lord,
this
I
day.
thank
You
you.
didn't have to wake me up. You didn't have to bring me to this next day. But because you did, let me stop being cute. Let me start saying, God, you know what? Thank you for
We
bringing
coming
me
in
to this
hot.
day.
Yes, cause baby, it said intentional about this day. I am not. This is not just. This is the day, honey. This is my day. This
This
is
is
my day.
personalize it. Good morning, Miss Patricia. Good to see you this morning. Good morning, Miss Phyllis. Good to see you as well. Shannon in the house. Yes. And good morning, Kelly. Good to see you. We have
I know. If she has a question, she would just ask. This is
right,
free will. We just ask questions. If you want to ask your question, just ask.
with the fall of Sophia. No, I have not. No, I have not. But
I
listen,
have
we
not.
are
And
glad to
will
have
not.
effect. We are glad to be in full effect. This is season 9, y'all. We starting off a brand new season with the three of us, and we are so excited because y'all know that there's just power in how you start a thing, and it's power in how you set yourself up. And I know that most years people are talking about resolutions and all that stuff. We don't talk
Come
about
on now.
resolutions.
You
My
should be
life
past
every day
that.
tap into what God has for me. And that's not a resolution, that is intentional living.
You gotta start
Intentionally, I'm
declaring.
going to have joy.
Yes.
Intentionally, I know that I'm going to win. Intentionally, I know that I'm going to be victorious. I know those things and I'm moving in intention. And so
In
yesterday we
in
talked about
intention.
intentional vision. And you got without a vision, the people perish. So you gotta have a vision. You gotta tap into what God has for you and see it. Good morning, Cynthia Lewis.
Good morning.
And so we went into Sparkle. We got it the last little bit. We talked about being intentional with your time. And one of the things we talked about was the word no. And Reverend Pat had a story that she was going to share with us about that. But I know that Reverend Pat, you were talking about, good morning, Tina. You were talking about being intentional as far as relationships, and does your no impact, or how will it affect your relationship? So can you jump into that a little bit?
The friendships article was about female friends, and it was written during the time that there was a government layoff, and therefore focused on women that normally had plenty of coins, plenty of money. And what she wrote about was her her little group of friends. They always went out, had a good time, had dinner, went on trips out to different countries and everything. And she had a difficult time telling them no because of her change in financial, status. And so her question was, can your no ruin a friendship? Or you have friends in your circle that can accept, no, can't do it this time, don't have the funds to do that, maybe you can schedule it some other time. So that was very interesting to me, because let me go back. As a single mother, there were a lot of things I wanted to do but could not do, because my funds were for take care of my kids. And sometimes the response would be, oh, you never want to do anything. It's not that I didn't want to do it. It's that I just can't do it. That's not money I want to throw away. I don't want to go spend $50, $60 on lunch and going out and then have to come back and figure out how I'm going to get my babies lunch money or school clothes. So
absolutely.
Her question was, can your no ruin your friendships? And in her case, she lost a lot of friends because she could no longer hang out to the capacity that they were accustomed to her hanging out. So
see, to me, that's a blessing of losing those people because of my no is elevate me. That means God is getting the people out of my way. So when my no is a yes, they don't get to celebrate it with me. They don't get no part of it. So it's a clean out. To me, a no is just like a yes. You should receive it the just same way you receive my yes. You should receive my no the exact same way. It shouldn't, because when I say yes, you don't ask me why. So when I say no, why are you asking me why? My yes and no is the exact same thing. It's still an answer. You asked me a question and I gave you an answer. Period. So yes, sit with you.
Tina yesterday said exactly what Sparkle just said. If you can accept my yes, then respect my no.
Yes, they're the same.
It's that part of it, because the reality is, when you challenge somebody's no, that's disrespectful.
That's
because
so disrespectful.
Somebody know that you know why you said no. And it says one of the questions you should ask yourself is it worth my time, my energy, and my focus? And if the answer isn't clear, then that's actually a no.
No.
When you have to step back and second guess things, or when you have to overthink it and know that my money, oh my God, my money, I don't have it. If I do this, how is it going to affect me later? Yes. We got to be smarter in this season, and we got to stop running around trying to keep up with everybody else, to keep up appearances. Because bottom line, you look at social media and you think some people got it going on. You don't know what they go home to. You don't know if that's really their car, or if they saw someone's car parked somewhere and they took a picture of it. You don't know if they're taking pictures in a luxury vehicle and they in the back of an Uber. You don't know what you think you see. You just see it and you run with it. So we got to stop keeping up with appearances and understanding that my no is for my benefit. And if you love me, if you care about me, then you're going to respect what I say and accept it. And I'm going to go back because
I like what Shannon said.
Okay, I'm gonna get it. And Cynthia said, Tina said, I'm not saying no twice. You heard me the first time.
Exactly.
Shannon said, when God says no, we don't question him. And Cynthia said,
I can't say that though, because exactly. we do try to we do some question when he say no. I mean, I'm just speaking for myself. Maybe y'all don't. And kudos for y'all. But when God tells me no, I do ask, why? He might not give me the response then. He might
Ain't no
give it
answer.
to me later. But I'm just saying, I'm not trying to challenge nobody or challenge anything. But when God tells me no, I do ask.
But you know what? The thing about this, though, as
But
we're
I
talking
accept
about
it.
it,
But
I was
I
getting ready to say,
accept it.
this conversation is needed in more ways than one, because just like you said, you may question God and say, well, why not, God? Why can't I have this? Or why? Bottom line is we have got to get into a place where I'm so secure with your no, God, that I'm not even going
Yes.
to ask you
That's
about
where
it,
I
because
want to
I
be,
know
Angela.
that everything that happens is working together for my good.
That's where
So if
I'm
it's a
wanting to
no,
be.
then I need to thank you for the no, God, because that means
Yes.
that you're keeping me from something. That means you're keeping me from
Thank you.
destruction by your no. And I need to be so secure in that. If my
Yes.
husband tells me no, or if I ask my daughter something that's like, well, no, I have to be just as secure in them and why
Yeah,
they say
that's
no as
good.
I expect them to be for me, because we don't know all the pieces of the puzzle. You
We
don't. You
Mm-mm,
may think you
mm-mm.
know, but you don't know what all is going on in Sparkle's life. You don't know what all is going on in Rough and Pat's life. You don't know. We don't know what's going on in your life. We see you in here. We see you in the chat. We may see you on social media, but we know everything about you. Only God knows everything about you.
That is
That's
so good,
absolutely
Angela,
true.
because that's
And
where
then
I
you
want to
have,
be.
I think that siphons out my response when I read that article was, not only do you see the friends that just want to hang because of the finances or whatever, that's a particular group, you also get to see those friends that step up and say, hey, we're planning on going to dinner. Let's say dinner. We're planning on going to dinner this Friday night. And I know you have the girls, but I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Mm-hmm.
worry about it. And
That's a good.
my sisters have done that for me plenty of times
Mm-hmm.
when I was, no, don't, if it was something that they really wanted me to be a part of, they were like, don't worry about that. We got it.
Yep.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about that.
And having those type of friends are divine. Those are divine
It
connections.
is. It is. And
Those are people that's there that's saying, I want you to sit at the table even if I have to pay the cost. Like that's the type
yeah,
of people
yes,
I want around me. I
yes.
need you at this table because they might see, no, you sitting at this table, Sparkle, it's gonna get you out of the situation that you in. This is gonna be an occupancy for you just sitting at the table because God shows people, your friends, stuff that sometimes you can't even see because you're going through the tunnel and they're already out of it. So your darkness is dark. But Angela, Mike, and C, no, girl, you're going. I know you said no, but put your clothes on, be in Atlanta by such and such time, and you're going.
And
Period.
you're going,
Area.
and this is biblical. This is really biblical. Um, Sparkle said, you have a seat at the table. There are times like, let's make it biblical. Every biblical story has weight. When David became king, he remembered a promise that he made to King Solomon's son. And he told them, go out and I want you to go out and find, what's his name? Oh, can't think. Whatever Solomon's son's name was, my mind just went blank. Well, Solomon's son had a son that became crippled and he was living as a pauper. And
Was
because
it
of the covenant promise that David made with Jonathan, thank you, Holy
Jonathan? I was
Spirit,
going to say
Jonathan,
Jonathan.
he said, go and find him. Now, this man didn't even know that anybody was looking for him. And they went back and they found him. And what David said to him was, because of your father, you will always be seated at the king's table, period.
Mm-hmm.
You will eat here. This is where you will have dinner. I don't care what nobody say. This is your permanent place. And he let them know. Sometimes you have a seat at a table that you're aware of. You don't even know somebody has your name on their heart, and they are looking and waiting to present you with a seat at the table, because your seat at the table is that important to them.
Yes.
Does that make
Exactly.
sense? And
That's
that's what
it.
Sparkle is saying. Sparkle is saying you have some folk in your life that say, you're too important to miss out on this. You're too important not to come to this conference. You're too important not to be at this event where we're on networking, because you're my friend, and I want to see you level up. So we ain't worried about you don't have the money. I got you. And those are the people that we want around us.
Yes.
Because if
And
all
that's
my
called
cousins
love.
are just
That's another love. That's
It
not
is.
that's
that's a
not a
level of love.
friend. That is an expression of love. That someone, maybe they know your situation or maybe they don't know your situation. It either way doesn't matter. But when someone is still inviting you to the table at no cost, everybody wants money for something.
Come on.
I know when Tina's statement.
I know. I was going to say, I go ahead and read it, Sparkle.
A lot of today I have my contacts in. A lot
I got
of us gonna
yeah,
gonna have
a lot of us gonna have high blood pressure, being salty about hearing no. Sometimes saying no can be a saving grace for the person who had their no violated at some point in their life. Some yeses aren't always voluntary.
That is true. Now that is a if we try to go into that one, that's a whole nother episode. We need to pick that up later, because boy, what she just said, that is woo. That right there, unless y'all think y'all can say it in quick little, but that right there is a life
Deeper.
changer.
It's deeper because
It's so much deeper.
yesterday I mentioned about sometimes people don't understand that when you say no, when you're a people pleaser, a lot of times you will say yes even though you mean no. And when people know that your no can change, they'll challenge it all the time, because they'll
They
say,
can
well,
play with
she's saying no now, but she's gonna say yes later.
that's
Girl, don't worry
playing
about it.
all
I'll
in
get
your
it back to
face.
mine. But when people do that, they disrespect where you are by forcing you to switch your no to a yes to accommodate them. And when that happens, you water down your no. So we've got to get
Yes.
comfortable with letting our no be our no. And it comes with growth, and it comes with maturity spiritually, of understanding that when I say what I say what I say. And God is not, you let your yes be yes or your no be no. Don't be lukewarm. Don't be in the middle. Don't
It's
be
just
wishy-washy. Don't be double-minded.
it's
We
just
got to
like
make sure we're spiritually strong. And if I lose you because my answer was no, then you really want mine to begin with. Whether that's a friend, whether that's
bye
man,
bye.
whether that's whatever that relationship is. If you can't respect it, then what are we doing? What are
Yes.
we doing anyway? You got to really put some thought into that, because if people leave you because you don't want to be my friend anymore because I'm not going to the club with y'all every weekend. Are you serious? That's what we do. My only value is to go to the club with you. I don't have anything else to do.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we're gonna part ways because of that. Oh, we're parting
Yep.
ways because my situation at this moment, whether it's health wise, whether it's financial, whatever the reason is why I can't
Or
come,
my spirit just
maybe
don't feel right.
or maybe I'm
just
in a
don't feel
relationship
right.
right now, and maybe we used to go places all the time, all together all the time. I've met somebody that I love, and now he's my priority. Are you
Now
mad
that
at me
part right
because
there, Angela. Now, why do people have an attitude? Because when I find my love, I love y'all. But I'm only doing God's assignments. The rest of it, I'm with my boo. Because you've been with your boo for all these many years, and I had to be the third party. So I'm gonna go hang with my buddy. And if you love me, then you will understand. She
for
just
me?
spending time, she just in love right now. But people try to criticize you because you're
Yes.
in love. They're like, oh, she's so in love now.
But it's
Are you upset because you're
prioritization.
not?
It's a prioritization, because the reality is if I respect you, and the Reverend Pat and I, we are on the phone and we're just chatting and talking, and Pastor Mark comes through the door and she said, well, let me get off because Mark just came in. I'm not going to be like, girl, she get on my nerves. Every time Mark bring his behind in the house, she's somewhere got to get off the phone. She's like, she can't talk. That's not my concern. My concern is that's my friend. If you got to go, okay, cool, we'll talk later. I
Yes.
cannot try to change her and say, girl, you can talk on the phone. Girl, Mark don't run nothing in that household. People will try to mess up what you have, but you gotta know, I gotta deal with that. I gotta
And,
live.
And you know,
I
that
gotta
is so
my
true.
priorities.
That
that
is so true. Women, do not disrespect your married sisters. I know we are so accustomed to
no.
picking up, calling whenever. I had a friend that used to call. We would talk every morning, 6:30 a.m., 6:30 every morning. Once I got married, no, you can't call my house at 6:30 and think you're gonna get the same response that you got with me as a single sister.
Single, yes.
No, and it's not that. Let's not mistake a woman of God's no to her, to honoring her marriage, to her being weak or he don't run nothing. No, 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 no. My whole situation, my whole perspective in life has changed. Period. You're still my friend. I can get you. You can call me at 9. You can call me at 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, anytime. But
Yes,
we
Reverend Pat. That's why
people will people a trip and will
yeah,
take you around the world if you don't
yes,
stand for
Reverend
something
Pat.
wrong.
That's why it's important to me to enjoy this single season. It's
Mhm.
important for me to embrace everything about my singleness because right now, when somebody walks in the door, I don't have to get off the phone. I don't have to reroute. I don't have to. I can go hang out as long as I want to because that's what I'm trying to get people to understand and enjoy the season that you're in
Enjoy the
because it
season that
comes
you're
with
in.
yes, because when you're married, you gotta make those type of adjustments. You gotta make those changes. You do have to say, let me check with him and see if we have anything going on. They can't just up and I can't call and be like, Angela, you going to Bahamas with me? She can't be like, oh yep, I'm in, I'm going. Like, no, she has a obligation, she has an assignment, a responsibility that she gotta handle. So her answer could be no.
And
It
let me
could
go back
be.
up to Cynthia's again, because this is the thing that we have to really start understanding. Cynthia said this also can be an example by saying no. It can let the other person know it's a stand. They should be saying no themselves. Meaning that in this situation, if I say, Reverend Pat, go ahead and go, because I hear Pastor Mark coming in and we'll talk later. Reverend Pat might be like, girl, I ain't studying him. He all right. He just came in. He'll be all right until I get off. No, I need you to understand that that's your husband. Respect him. And if
Yep.
I say I'm getting off this phone for you, I need you to start thinking, oh, you know what? Maybe I need to start paying attention because this is my husband. Because what you gonna do when he mess around and say, I'm gonna go somewhere else where I do get attention. Now you crying and blowing snot, and I gotta listen to all this.
Come on.
I'm not listening to
What
all
they
that.
say,
And I'm
what
not listening
won't
to all of that.
what they say, what one won't do,
Somebody
somebody
else
Another
else
will.
will,
will.
baby. Will listen to everything, even if they thinking in their mind like, "Child, I don't want to hear nothing he talking about," but I'm gonna act like I'm attentive to everything he's saying. You got to be
Yes.
mindful, but that goes back to what Nicole said yesterday about being on assignment and asking God to help her in business. She said, "But if I'm out ministering to women when my children are at home suffering because I'm not giving them attention, then I'm
Mm-hmm.
there too." So the reality is every opportunity, every door that opens, every person that calls your name does not mean you have to say yes every single time. You're going to weigh the consequences. And maybe I'm going to be on the stage and maybe thousands of people will see me. But if I hurt this man that is laying in here in my bed,
Come
if I hurt
on.
who I've raised up since, they came out my womb, I don't care if don't nobody see me ever. That's my
Exactly.
Yep.
priority. That's my
Well,
Yep.
that's
priority.
how my life was. When Alicia was little, didn't nobody see me because I was at the soccer game, I was at basketball game, I was at Girl Scout, I was at whatever she was involved with, I was there. So that meant I had to tell everybody else no because I'm on assignment. Like we have to start
Oh,
understanding
that's
that
good.
everything God gives us, it's an assignment for him. It's an assignment to give him glory. You're married for an assignment. You're single for an assignment. You on that job for an assignment. You're here today for an assignment. Everything in life is an assignment. And if you mistreat one, then you're telling God, don't trust me with all these assignments. You keep on saying, enlarge my territory, but you're not taking care of the assignments he already given you. Why is he going to give you more when you abort all the other ones?
Baby, let me read what Marie said is so good. She said, I've lost people I thought were friends because I did not give into them, but God has shown me they were like leaves on my tree rather than branches that were meant to be there for a lifetime.
Good.
So I'm okay with losing people who do not have genuine love for me. We have prune who are rooted, and others who are like limbs that may fall off, and leaves that were meant to be seasonal.
And that is true.
And that
there are
is true. Some people are just seasonal.
They're just seasonal. And it doesn't mean that they're not good people.
Yes,
it doesn't,
some
it doesn't
leaves
mean
may
that they're not
out
good
for a
people.
long time. Your season may have been high school till I'm 40, and then things may change. We got to realize that everybody's not a lifetime, and your actions will show whether or not you deserve that place in my life for the reason, for the season, or for the lifetime. But you got to spend time with God so that you can be discerning to catch that.
Yeah.
Catch it.
And release it. When you catch it, let it go. Like what we do well is hold on to things too long. That we do a great job at that.
We can't hold people hostage because we think their friendship is supposed to be long term. And look, you can honor those seasonal people in your life because God sent them there for a particular reason. Maybe you're going through something really difficult, and God sends into your life for that season to get you through that season. One particular person that is always there. Once that sign for that person is over, you don't stop honoring their presence in your life. You don't stop giving them kudos, because if it hadn't been for, I don't know how I could have made it. If it hadn't been for Angela, I don't know how I could have made it. Those are, when we say seasonal, we mean, just like Sparkle said, everyone is on assignment. We are assigned to different people for different reasons. But whether you're the person that's assigned to Angela or Angela is assigned to you, we can't keep people holding hostage and say, well, I don't know, she don't talk to me no more. We don't talk. I guess I must have did. Why am I assuming I did anything? The only reason you would assume you did something is because you did something.
Because you did do something.
That's the first thing that happens. We always think it's us. If you in a relationship and a man, or you in a relationship and the woman leaves, you always think, dang, what did I do? Or what's wrong with me? Or what happened? You start going internal. Sometimes it's nothing that you did. Sometimes it's just that y'all have outgrown each other, or that things have just shifted and changed. And as Marie said, we lose too much when we stay too long.
We do.
Realize it's the draining inside of you. It's the thing inside of you that checks out. And the reality is, just because Sparkle is friends with somebody and I'm not, I can't be the kind of friend that like, girl, every time I turn around, y'all on the phone, or every time I turn around, you going somewhere with her. Girl, I don't even see how you deal with her. It's not for you to.
Exactly. It's not your assignment.
Friends, because she understands what the relationship is. Reverend Pat understands the relationship she has with people. Sometimes we're out of high school where we say, well, child, if you're friends with her, you can't be friends with me. We got to grow up.
Come on.
Certain things and understand that everything doesn't have anything to do with you.
Yes.
It does. Sometimes people connect, and you may be the common denominator. Maybe you introduce them together. Maybe you're the reason why they know each other. But the reality is, maybe God brought you into the midst so that you could bring them together because he has an assignment for them.
Exactly.
So you got to stop being jealous, being overwhelmed, being consumed with something that really has nothing to do with you. Manage what he gave you to do. If this is your friend, manage your relationship. Don't try to tic-tac-toe everybody else. Don't try to
Everybody
put
else
together
does
Oh,
too.
that's
everybody
the
else.
worst though.
Oh,
That's good
We can
because
lose friendships if you over here tic-tacking my like you and I can lose friendships because that right there, how you moving, I don't want no part of that. Because if you do it to me, then when it's my turn, you're gonna do if they feel like that about somebody, when it's my turn, you're gonna turn around and do
you
it
want
to
to do the
me.
same thing, and
and
that's
you know
very
what?
important. We have to know who you. We have to realize that women connect with each other on a different level.
Mhm.
I have friends that are crafters. They love crafting. I love crafting. We connect on that level. If I tried to talk to my girlfriend about crafting something, she don't want to hear it. I have
No,
friends that enjoy just watching movies. I have another friend who doesn't ever want to watch no TV. Girl, I don't even know the name of those people. You have to know and realize
that's what.
why
Yep,
you're connected with that person. Before my
exactly,
sister passed, she spent time with each one of her sisters doing and spending time with them doing what connected them. Not
exactly.
us all get together and go and do this and go and do that, even though we did that at times. But don't think that your friendships have to be so limited that I got to keep one friend away from another friend. Well, guess what? Oh, Holy Spirit, thank you. You want to know why we can come together? Each friend has a different reason for being in your life, because the one thing that matters most is that we each have love and respect for that woman. Period.
Mhm.
That's what
That's
got
why.
us together.
Yeah, that's why I
And you
Not
said
should
what
it.
it's
love
not
for
anything
that.
else that we do.
Yeah,
It's because we connect. So the same thing she saw in you, I saw in you. The same thing I saw in you, she saw in you. And we can be cool with that. I don't know why we had this competitive nature with women that we even have to compete with friends, other people's
Because they're
friends.
not
I
crazy.
ain't competing with
you
nobody.
compete
Friendship,
without
Like
period.
Tina
this.
said,
Compete.
people are too selfish to let go, so both parties end up suffering. And then, as
That is so true.
my friends are friends for different reasons, and I don't owe an explanation. Just be with me for me, not to challenge me in my circle. And that is
Exactly.
so true because
That is so
what people
true.
fail to understand is if I'm friends with Sparkle and Reverend Pat and you're not, I'm gonna come and check you about your folks. So therefore, don't try to come and check me about mine. I'm a good grown woman. Trust and
A
believe.
girl,
A
and I
good
have
grown woman.
discernment, and I'm anointed. So what you think you saw in them, like I'm just trying to warn you. I'm trying to warn you. The last time she was friends with somebody, no.
But,
I don't need.
but
I don't need no
I don't need a
biography
disclaimer.
about
I don't
somebody.
need all that. And you know what? The reality is what people have to understand is this. And this even is in romantic relationships. Maybe he wasn't good with you.
Maybe he
That
wouldn't.
doesn't mean that he won't be good to the next woman. And
Yes.
we gotta stop saying, girl, he a dog, girl, he ain't SHIT, girl, honey, you better not.
Just
Especially
because
when
he
you
was
tell
to
somebody,
you.
oh, don't eat this off of the menu, girl. Don't order such and such. Well, it
Uh,
may not agree with your stomach because you lactose intolerant or your behind is glucose messed up. But somebody else may eat it and enjoy the heck out of it, and that's their favorite meal. So you have to be
yes.
careful about trying to tell somebody else because of your experience doesn't dictate everybody else's experience. And we
Yeah,
gotta
it
up
does
and
not.
stop trying to be Captain Save everybody from the doom and gloom because it's doomy and gloomy on your end doesn't mean it's not sunshine and roses and peaches and cream on the other end. Shut your mouth sometimes. And Tina
Yeah,
said we have to
that
accept what we
spirit.
expect. When you put your expectation on others, it's your responsibility to accept the outcome of what happens in the end. Problem is the responsibility part. Take responsibility and stop trying to go out here and save everybody. What the she pulled?
Man, it's Captain Saver. Y'all know the rest. Like we have to. Angela, I'm so glad that
Not
this
doing that because I
conversation,
know people. I know
yes.
people that say, he ain't gonna never settle down. He ain't gonna never settle down. That
Thank
joker get
you.
married and
But
stay married
he
for 10 years.
Right.
he with her for 6 months and he already put a ring on her finger. Just because you spent 10 years of your life
Thank
and you
you.
sit here and talk about, well, he's such a dog.
Let
Well, I can't tell. He over there
me
taking good care of her.
let 2026 release some things in you. Because, like Tina said, we may have had the same body, not the same man. We are not the same woman. As Marie
Yes.
says, we
And
bring out
don't put
different
me in the
things in
category.
different people. And you got to realize that this is not, hey, Lakeisha, this is not one size fits all. How I
Mm-mm.
am in 2026 is not how I'm going to be in 2030. What you see, sometimes some people recognize something different. My relationship with Reverend Pat, maybe we get together and we can laugh and talk, and it's certain things that she may feel comfortable with me more so than she will with somebody else.
Exactly.
And
Even with Empower
Absolutely.
Morning Show, just because all three of us is doing, it might be something that I feel more comfortable going to Angela about. Reverend Pat might, but does that mean that we can't do Empower
but
Morning Show together?
it does
No,
not. Because
no.
it takes a village to bring things together. And although, and I'm gonna go back and because I don't even know if he's still on here from YouTube, but it was a gentleman on here,
Hmm.
Lamar Levi, and he was talking about, I love you ladies, I love what y'all are doing. Look into the information. And the reality is, it's on our show. It's some topics we're already talking about, and we appreciate you bringing your opinion and what you think is worthy conversation wise. And it could be something that we'll bring up. So we definitely appreciate you. Don't think that it's a disregard or dismiss, because some
Exactly.
people do get in here on the comments and they're all over the place and it's rude and nasty. Reverend Pat, they'll say, hey, be respectful or whatever. But there also are things that, we sometimes you grow up, like I said, how somebody cooks something in the same way their mama did all the time, and you don't even realize that there's a different way sometimes. And it's not saying your mama's recipe was bad, but maybe if you add a little cinnamon, or maybe if you stop putting so much salt and pepper and garlic on everything, and everything that you eat has to have garlic in it. Maybe because your mama loved garlic, or maybe because she realized I got an upset stomach and garlic helps me.
That is
Whatever
Angela. You own one. This intentional Angela. This intentional Angela is playing zero games. She is not the Angela in October of 2025. This January 2026 is intentional about even what she speaks. And that's why I'm so glad we're talking about intention. You have to be, because if you're saying that I want nothing but the best, that means you have to move. Not say, oh, well, I'm just gonna see and I'm gonna try. Why are you just
mm-mm.
trying stuff out? Either you know it's gonna work or it's not gonna work out. Either you're gonna believe God's gonna do it or he's not. Either you're gonna give somebody a yes or you're gonna give them a no. Either one of them is still you pulling out intentively. I'm
Yes.
moving with intentions.
Yes.
Just because I said no does not mean that I'm not. I don't look. I don't love you. Never mind.
Right. Let me help out. Just because you say no today doesn't mean I'm not going to say yes in two
Yes,
weeks. You got to understand that for this moment, for this situation, for whatever it is, respect what I'm going to tell you. And that doesn't discount our love, our relationship, our connection. Just because you are having a birthday party and I can't show up for it, don't mean I don't love you and I don't celebrate you and I don't want you to have a great time. The situation wasn't in alignment for me to go right now. But maybe you and I can do something separate, or maybe we can, celebrate on a different level or whatever. We got to start thinking intentionally and not letting somebody's no disrupt your peace. Because if you tell me no, I can't be sitting right here mad and sulking and depressed, and I don't want to come out the house, and now I don't even want to go now because she ain't going. It ain't even gonna be the same fun.
That part
You
right
don't
there.
know that. You miss out on so much because maybe God
something good.
intended for you to go by yourself so that you can meet somebody new who is going to introduce you to a whole world of
Yes.
abundance and prosperity and favor and blessings that you wouldn't have had because you're allowing one person to dictate whether or not you move.
Yes. That is so true.
That's hard. That's hard. And
That that's
that's
what
it.
where you can end it, because that right there, Angela,
I
what
just want to
Angela's
know.
speaking.
I want, what is his name? Levi? I did pull up and I will study the book of Sophia. So, and I will share it
Right.
with
So we
Angela.
yeah, share it with us so that way we can have a good conversation on it.
Thank you.
Yes.
So
Miss
Just
Phillips said,
looking at
baby,
it.
wrap it up because Reverend Pat got to go. She has a daily devotional behind us. And so we want to make sure that the people who follow her get a chance to hear this word. I know she has been already coming in hard this week talking about
Yep.
some good things we need to hear. Like Tina said, be prepared for either answer, yes or no. You just gotta be. Be ye ready at all
Yes,
times.
that's that becoming. When you becoming, you understand your understanding of yes and no. That is in your
Yes, ma'am.
becoming season. In your becoming season, be intentional about a no. That means a no from God, a no from friends, a no from work, a no from all them ships. It don't matter which ship is.
No
Be
matter what she,
prepared for a no.
Be
yes.
prepared
Or
for
And
a
be
no.
okay.
yes. Yes.
Oh yeah, we're going
Or
on yeses.
yes.
Okay, you're good.
Either
Either
way,
way.
y'all have a blessed day. Love y'all. I believe God. Do you believe God? We believe God. We believe God. We believe God. We believe God. Y'all have a blessed one. Check Reverend Pat out right after us and come back tomorrow so we can have another turn up with Empower Morning Show.
I
Have
know.
a blessed.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna get Chantel real quick. She said, "This is so necessary. Too many people are quick together to get in their feelings. Stop being selfish, because it's
And
not
get
all about
out of your
Amen.
feelings. Like, dang, stop.
Amen.
Get out of it. Like that. Oh,
That's
Jesus.
a whole nother
Oh,
show. So
get
bye.
out
We
of your
out,
Whole
buddy.
nother
feelings.
Get
show.
out your feelings in 2026.